something ill. You know what I mean? That shit is woke. Anything ill you see is woke. Nigga have a big 6 at the club, that's woke. Especially nigga got a fully equipped kid on it, it's woke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I had this bad bitch in town, she was woke. Had me fucked up in the head, I mean, woke. With the big diamonds and pearls, I mean, should've seen them shit shining on the wrist. That money ain't a problem, see my dough was like, look out my bankroll on y'all niggas like, lost the rich shoot stiff like, Shaggy wanna beat my blueprints, I'm like, had to hit the brakes on y'all niggas like, niggas getting both on my block like, coming home within a half an hour like, run like they had the manpower like, more or less. More so, I risk it so I live the fast life. Come through in the flow slow like my nigga, like dough, like flow, nice show, my flow, nice flow, like East paper, cocaine, like now I'm Doc Strange in the range, like 100 miles an hour, switching lanes, like plus I'm getting brain from this chick, like fingernail, nigga, asshole, like team floor switches and bitches, like 9-9 jazz, bitch, group, like keep them cheese lines on the blocks, like grenade through your window, bitch, like love to see me do this.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a quick ending. I wasn't quite kind of expecting it to end that quick.
Yeah.
But how awesome was that, eh? Who was that?
Yeah. And that was a cool couple, actually. They came out to see us, Connections of Howards, and they were great to talk to. They did a bit of activism, some flyering, some talking to people in Italian, Spanish, and wow, and great dancers too. Howard pulled that together today, and well done him. He's unfortunately not with us now, but it was a great job.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Hi guys. Hi everyone for joining us. Roxanne is on the road. Sven he's left the tour. I said before in the chat, and I mean it. I'm sorry, Sven. You're very selfish. You should have stayed. I can't believe that you left the tour. You had so much more to give. Maybe we can get him back. What do you think?
Yeah, give him 2 days at home, and he'll probably be back.
Yeah. Anyway, so right. So you went to tell us, where did you go? How did you get there? Where did you go?
What did we do? We had Valencia yesterday, and we drove most of the way last night, or Jack drove most of the way last night. Got us to within about 60 or 80 kilometers of the city, Barcelona today. We took our time, I suppose, this morning getting ready, and then we hit the town, but quite early. Hey, we got to Barcelona by midday, I think. It was a little while to find the spot, and a little while to sort out some data for the streaming. We've had some data issues, so we had to buy a local SIM card. And then, yeah, I mean, Jack found a spot to park the van at just a few hundred meters from the cathedral itself. So it wasn't much of a stretch to get all the gear down there, get set up. And we were live by about 2, I suppose.
And you were facing the cathedral.
Facing them, I mean, it is an incredible, staggering cathedral. Stunning.
Lisa,
I mean,
Lisa, how much have you learned about this parking lot? Because when I did the UK tour with you, we parked miles and miles away every time, and we bussed it in, and all different ways of trying to get into it.
That happening.
It's
Jack's
just
laughing in the background.
Honestly, you wouldn't believe the amount of walking I had Lisa do with me, and he seems to just park really close to everywhere that you go.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I think sometimes we get away with it because of the livery, because of the way the van looks. People think, oh, this is some kind of organized tour thing, and they leave us alone. If we were just a regular camper van, we might get more acid. So it's good like that, I guess. And today was an interesting crowd. It was people that were, sort of fairly on the move or very interested in coming to see the cathedral, and that was their main focus. language was diverse. Hey, we had a mix from all over the place. People were reading the flag, you know, the different languages. They were all over the banner. But you know, it was great that we had Howard Spanish and I forget the lady's name now, unfortunately. Heret, I think her name was, but that I probably butchered it. Anyway, they were great, talking Spanish, and we got some English in, a fair bit of flyering, to be fair. And the football increased as the afternoon wore on. Actually, it got busier and busier. We had some interesting conversations. A few seeds were planted for sure, and a few. I think I let one or two off the hook today. A few got away.
Yeah.
Even there were even two guys that said they were flat earthers and now they're globers again.
Yeah, well, they're kind of sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
I think they're just not able to push themselves.
Skeptics. I think everybody should be that first. I don't think for anyone to go from like a globe believer straight into I'm now a globe denier or flat earther. I don't think that's the right move. Everybody should start off being just a skeptic, and then doing the research like everybody else. You know, like you shouldn't go straight in and jump in and say I'm a flat earther. You know, you're not a flat earther. You don't know yet. If you can change your opinion, your mind that quick, that loosely, well, it can easily be changed back again, can't it? You know, so yeah, globe skeptic I like.
He was talking, but the one guy was talking a little bit about when he researched on Google. What did he say about that? He said
that most of the stuff was debunked and stuff.
Yeah.
Saying. But yeah, I mean that's the difficulty about trying to do research is there's so much fluff, there's so much debunked junk in the way of the decent research. So I gave him the references to the FE Start and also FE Core and things like that. You know, as means of going to find reliable places to do some or check on other people's research.
Yeah.
It's an amazing city, and the architecture here was astounding again. Astounding, built by people with skills we don't have, and on a size of grandeur that belies or beggars belief on today's scale. It'd be like no one builds on that scale, not even the most well-heeled. So yeah, it belies the truth about our history, and I think it's so important to reaffirm that part of the flat Earth journey is to try and uncover all of the truths that we're meant to uncover.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. And of course, we met Mike just 2 nights ago, we spoke about really into how rock formations might be something much more, something formally organic. So yeah, just it's sights for the eyes. Unfortunately, we're in and out like a yo-yo. We don't have a lot of time to enjoy that. But
it inspires you to want to go back because there's so much to see. Even Valencia yesterday, we drove past and it's like, wow, I didn't realize there was so much old architecture.
Yeah, I think it's a nice part of the world to see, isn't it? Between Spain and Italy, it and Portugal, to be honest. I didn't put Seville on the tour, and I think I would have liked to seen Seville on the tour. That would be nice.
We kind of just skimmed past it, but it did look interesting.
Yeah, and it's the same thing as well. Like Benidorm. Benidorm should have been a definite part of the tour, and I didn't put that on the tour, and it should have been there because, well, isn't that one of the biggest places where all the Brits go?
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't choose that one for that reason.
Never give it a thought. Yeah,
Jason.
Yes, Robin.
Can I just read a few things out in the chat room?
So go ahead.
Thank you everyone for joining. Please let's get above 33 live viewers. I think we probably have by now. We had a comment from Marie saying, "I'm near Benidorm and I missed you by."
Sorry, Marie.
Yeah, you're broken up, Robin. Sorry.
I think you've lost me. And I just wanted to say that I've been to Barcelona, and it's Gaudi, isn't it, who built that cathedral?
Yeah.
He must have had a very interesting cup of tea when he designed that place, because they're still building up, aren't they? They still have cranes up there, and these turrets go on forever. Like, he just doesn't know when to stop. I don't know when the design is fully finished, and I don't know if anyone can ever tell you when it's finished.
Well, Lisa, was it you that said that it's meant to be going on for another 20, 30 years?
Somebody in the chat said that they'd been working on it, doing repairs on it for that long.
Wow.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah. Wow. It does. It looks spectacular. I think it's a place that I have to go. It's I mean, because I know Barcelona, and it's all because of Freddie Mercury, isn't it? And Queen, because he's got a track there that says Barcelona, isn't he?
I just want.
We were talking about that earlier. I think Sven was talking about that. Can I just quickly? Howard has come back to me and said, I sadly won't be able to join. The internet is weak on the bus and most passengers are sleeping. But I'd love to join another night soon.
Yeah, well, we'll do that. Yeah, no, that's okay. Well, yeah, thank you very much. I mean, even tomorrow night, we'll try and get him on tomorrow night, and while everything's still fresh in his mind.
I just want to mention another comment in the chat, please, Jace. Interestingly, I found this group on meetup.com called...
You're broken up, Robin.
And ask when the next one is, because people like JJ and Hugo go to that one, and it's such a lovely meet. So I recommend you get in touch.
Do you want to repeat? Sorry, Robin, you're going to have to repeat that. You broke up.
Okay, so Lunderground said, I found a meetup on meetup.com that's in Hounslow in London, and that meetup is run by someone who came to the convention, and I can't remember if she wants to be identified, but I recommend you get in touch with the host, because Hugo and JJ go to that meetup, and it's great. It should be really good fun, so get yourself along there. Thoroughly recommended.
Marie just said, my son lives in Barcelona and it's finished in 2021, I think.
Is that right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Amazing place. It's great. I agree, Andrea. Well worth a visit and go back as a holiday.
Yes. So the people are much different in Barcelona from Valencia. I mean, easier, more difficult.
Yeah, I think people were easier, and we had some really cool interaction.
Wasn't it more touristy anyway than Valencia? Valencia was more Spanish. Didn't you say it was more Spanish yesterday? So it wasn't easy to have conversation. Whereas today you had a whole mix of...
Yeah, I mean, there were Americans.
Yeah, I think that's what we kind of have cheated a little bit by not going to the local towns and that, and being because that would be quite hard, with language problems and all that. By going to the main tourist attractions, we've always had quite an abundance of English speaking people, haven't we? So we've been quite fortunate. Like, we've done this whole journey, and we're coping quite well with these, like English speaking people. Like it's okay. It's been good.
Yeah, I mean, it's had a massive impact. It's been so beneficial having local language.
Yeah,
that's got to be said. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, when we were in that town, we had a little bit of time off that one day. Was that Italy? I don't remember, but we went to a small village fair, and English.
France. That was just out of Bordeaux.
Yeah.
And there it was like, your English is not going to help you. You speak no English, or no, French, no, go away. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely places where it wouldn't work, but we've got off all right today.
Well, and in most major places, had people either come and help or or we've had someone on the team that's posted that. So it definitely helps.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Clive has just said the audio is just a little low in the camper. He's quite right. It's fairly low for myself. I'm not sure there's much you can do about it other than bring.
There's not much we can do about it.
Can you turn the volume?
No, I don't think your volume works for the mic or anything. I think it just start shouting, guys.
Talk a little louder.
yeah. There's not much you can do about it, but I thought I'd just point that out, especially when I think Jack is behind the camera and we can barely hear Jack. So Jack, if you're talking, you've got to really bring that voice out of yours.
Well, he was on the street today. We all heard him. Jack was doing some. He didn't need the loudhailer.
He started the shouting thing.
It's catchy. That's you, Dave. You're doing that.
Town crier.
And they've also learned the different Earthisflat in different languages. So because it was a tourist area, they were
throwing
out all the different lines of what the Earthisflat, including the Aarde is plat, which we've got a sticker in.
The Aarde is plat.
Which is Dutch. So yeah, we were able to kind of
give them the
full
foreign
flavor.
tongue.
Yeah.
Although Lisa had this lady attach herself to us at the end, this Spanish lady, and so full of vim and vigor and color. What an interesting soul. But she really told Lisa off. She's like, "You are a lioness, and you got to roar. You are so quiet." She said, "You're an artist. I can tell you like some kind of musician or something like that, and you need to let your voice out." Barely, and that was fantastic. I caught some of it on film. I dropped a short video of it at the end there today.
Yeah, I did. I seen that. And Lisa, did you
roar? Did I what? We were going home.
Did you roar? Did Lisa roar
today?
Yeah.
No, not today.
No, that was at the end of the day. We were going home.
No.
The line is pre-produced.
Yeah, well, what we'll have to do, we'll have to arrange to get you in the studio, and you can do your Valerie song and see if you can roar in that.
She's not liking that.
No,
doesn't look like she's liking that.
Definitely get you in the studio. There's not a chance. Your tape is going off to Mr. Simon Cowell. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier before Howard got off the van about the different things that have happened over the tour, and seeing the different skills or talents of people on the van, but that you meet up with, and seeing Lisa's musical talent, and then obviously having Alex the other night, and it just brings a good vibration to the whole experience. So it's good to have a poet and a singer on board.
Doesn't Howard plays the guitar, doesn't he?
He must actually. He has a guitar in his bedroom, and of course Sven plays the drum.
Oh yes, of course. That's why we were talking about it. Yes,
I think he plays the drums. He plays some music, but before he came on the bus, he said he was a chef. I don't think he cooked anything.
He said he didn't know where that came from. Someone planted that.
That Jason
Yeah. You know what? This is like a time warp van, because I can't actually believe that Sven was on here for, did we say 10 days?
2 months?
10 days?
Sure.
It's incredible. Dave and I have been on here 3 weeks tomorrow, and it just...
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't seem right, but yeah, wow.
Yeah. So when you're on it, it feels like time's going slowly, but when someone climbs off, you're like, wow, you were here for that long.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is.
So I see Clive has just put a link in a chat for the PayPal donations. So please, if you can buy the guys a coffee or maybe some more petrol for the bus, keep the wheels rolling. That, and thank you very much, Clive, because I noticed that you did. So well done, buddy. He's put a nice donation in there that really helps. So thank you very much. We also had an anonymous donation as well yesterday. So thank you very much, whoever that was. I know who it was, but thank you very much for that. And also, Nathan, he did a donation, Nathan Day. So thank you very much for that. And I'm just having a quick peek. And that's all there was for donations. So it's gone a little bit quiet again, guys. Every time that we get this big influx of a big huge donation, which we did with Dallas, which was amazing. All started by Gary, and we had some fantastic people get involved on that. Really do appreciate that, but it's gone a little bit quiet again. We are we're not doing too bad. We're certainly not broke. We're getting by. Oh God! And guess what? Someone has just arrived in the chat. Who is this? That's a weird name. Look at the name that they put on. Who's that?
Cheers.
Hey.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Are you doing again, Roxanne?
Yeah, good. How was your flight?
Sorry?
Hold on. Just give us a second. Okay, can you do me a favour, Sven? If you could, you take your phone out of the case.
Yep.
We'll be with you in a second. We're just sorting the sound out. That way you'll be able to hear us properly.
Okay.
Lovely.
What?
There he is.
Yeah.
Mr. Sven Darley.
That was Roxanne's idea to put that name there, by the way. I'm not going to claim the credit for that. I wash my hands of that burden.
Wow.
He said, "What should we call us?" And I went, "Svengali."
Sorry?
What does it feel like to actually make your flight?
What was it like to make the flight?
Oh, it was great to make the flight. I just nearly forgot my case on the way home.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really weird. The flight was all right. And then I got into the terminal really quickly, was walking along. I just followed all the crowd, really. Then we went into this room where they got all the conveyor belts, number 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, from all the different arrivals. And it was dead. So I just followed everyone. Before I knew I was through passport control. And I should have, of course, waited at one of those, turntable things, but I didn't. I was so in the matrix suddenly. It was like, so yeah. So I had to go through checks on a couple of occasions. So it was, what they did was they did put up whether you had to do things like take your shoes off or not, or anything like that, or take your belt off and this, that, and the other. And it was just all a bleeding nightmare. There's about 8 of them. There's about 8 of them stood there as well, watching you. But yeah. So we were late. It was my fault because I basically switched off. I went through passport control, trying to meet my date, and that was it. I forgot all about the most important bit, which was my luggage. But we're here now. All good. The flight was great. Yeah.
Oh, good. Because you were not looking forward to it at all, were you?
No, I was not looking forward to it at all. I was.
The one thing we've got in common is our hate for flying.
Yeah, I was very nervous. I've got to say, I tried to get in there early and quickly and get through all the baggage stuff quickly and stuff, and I did. But then you still end up waiting around somewhere. And it took us 20 minutes to roll around the whole airfield to get to our starting point. 20 minutes I sat in that bloody plane while we were driving around at 5 miles an hour.
You said
it was a nightmare.
You said the guy beside you looked like he was in an Uber.
Yeah, the guy next to me could have been in a London cab. I don't think he even realised he was in a plane. It didn't bother him at all. I was like, mate, we're about to take off. What's wrong with you? And he was like, just typing away. I was going to flat smack him as well, but he was too busy on his laptop.
Oh well, I got a nice bit of footage of you driving off the scene this afternoon when you drove off in the cab out of the Audi in the background.
That was funny. That was just so impromptu. It just the taxi driver happened to be going down that road. I didn't realise he was going to go down there, and then I realised. I clicked and I said, "Oh, drive along here slowly." And then he stopped. I wanted to take a photo of you guys, and of course I forgot you all had your cameras on, and it swung round to me. So it was a nice little way of saying goodbye. It was all right. It was totally coincidental. Yeah.
Well, you will be missed, Sven.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I had a bit of a frog in my throat, I have to say, when I sat in the cab. So, yeah, it's one. Well, you spend two very intimate weeks with each other in a small space under all sorts of different situations and duresses and things like that.
Yeah.
It's when all that subsides and you're sat and you're driving away from it and you kind of said goodbye to the people you've been sharing your life with for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's, it doesn't go unnoticed by me at all. Absolutely not.
We were just saying earlier, it's a real bonding experience because you're kind of in such close
proximity.
Yeah, and you can't really hide your emotions when you're and this brings out the best and the worst in us, in all of us. So it'll be we'll have to unpack it in weeks and months to come, and I'm sure we'll have a few laughs at some of the things that we had to encounter. Yeah. But look, we can all fit around the table for the update.
Yeah.
It looks great. It does look great.
Yeah.
It does look great. And you know what? I will say this. Sven, you've only been in the car with me for a few moments, really, half an hour, 45 minutes. And already he's just been full of positivity, full of awesome stories. And already you've only been in the car for a short while. I truly feel like there's memories being made that are going to stay with people for a lifetime.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I just want to...
Are we live?
Yeah.
We are live, aren't we? I didn't have a clue. There you go. What's going on?
There you go, guys, in the chat. That's
hi, okay. Hi, everyone.
Shout out to the chat room.
Right.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Take two.
Are we live?
Let's do it.
Well, can I make a suggestion, guys? Because Sven has just left.
Robin.
Hi, Sven. Because Sven has just left the tour, can the chat room put a big load of Rogans up for Sven and a few claps in the chat room if you're on your mobiles? Yeah. I just want to thank.
Yay. Yeah, definitely.
I just want to say also to Howard, if you're still listening on your phone, fantastic job, mate. You did really great in Spain.
Yeah.
And Sven, I've not really had a chance to tell you, Sven. I've really enjoyed watching you in Germany. Really enjoyed it. I was there in the chat room, and you knew I was. And
yeah. Oh, God.
Big
Come back.
Big kudos, buddy. Well done for jumping on there, getting out there, contributing. And to Howard and your mates, it's so lovely to see people mucking in. And you can't do it. You can't do this on your own. When someone as completely bonkers as Jason comes up with an idea like this, he knows he needs backup. He needs backup. And I remember everyone saying, that's a really big ask, mate, but we're behind you. Not really knowing how all this was going to manifest. But if it wasn't for you guys all jumping in and obviously Dave and Andrea, and massive kudos for Lee and Lisa and Jack jumping in on day one and actually just getting the thing rolling out of Amsterdam. I'm just chuffed to bits and thrilled that the energy that we all create together is way more devastating than just one person. And you know, I say this to Roxanne and Jason behind the scenes, but I don't get a chance to say it publicly. It is so satisfying seeing you've gone way past the difficult patch, way past the halfway point, way past the funding requirement on several occasions. It's not been easy. I'm not saying let's take our foot off the gas, but I just love the way that jointly we all achieve this monumental goal that just one of us on our own would just be impossible. So massive just credit to everyone being involved, you know, because it sends shivers down my spine. Yeah, it sends shivers down my spine to see eyes open and hearts open and minds open on the street. You know, you can be truly eloquent to a highly educated person. They'll stop and listen. But even the guys who can't really understand you just look at the pictures, they look at the text, and they can figure it out for themselves. So it just thrills me to bits to see all your efforts. And well done, Sven. I hope you have a good rest tonight, mate. And well done, Roxanne, driving him down to Bournemouth as well. Yeah. Fair play, honey.
Yeah,
You can,
Yes, you do.
you know. Sorry.
A full-length bed.
A full-length bed, Sven. You're
a full-length bed. Yeah. Absolutely. Full-length.
The lap of luxury.
I'm going to take a photo of it before I actually put in it.
Yeah. Put it in Discord.
Put it in Discord. I'll put it in Discord. Well, actually, that's who I'll be talking to later on when I get back.
Good.
I'll have a chat with the ladies and gents over in Discord, and because I've not been in touch with them the whole time because I was busy bricking it.
Good. Do you know what? Can you help me set my phone? Because if you do that, I can do that on the way home as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to say, right, I saw it as an opportunity, and I'm glad I took it to get on board and do it for 2 weeks. And although there were ups and downs, as there are all the time,
great, yeah, thanks.
You know, the opportunity was too good really to be missed, and it helped when you're with the right people as well. You know, if the chemistry is right, it tends to work.
Yeah.
And that's my experience. You know, I mean, you've been on update shows, and we've been tired at times, or maybe there was a bit of frustration because, you know, the night's sleep hasn't been great, or Andrea's cooking was awful as always, or, you know, the usual stuff that you have to continue. Then, you know, you sort of, that came over in the shows, but nevertheless, when it came to the crunch, we always did a good job. I always felt comfortable with the guys, and that was good for me because it was my first time out. So they made it easy for me, and that's the truth, you know. So
that's the amazing thing about this is that it's your first time doing activism, going on the tour. Sven's doing activism on the tour in another country.
Yeah, I mean,
you spoke.
Talk about thrown in at the deep end. I mean, like we only met you in Kidderminster. It feels like, was that like last year? Was that last year? Damn.
Yeah, it was really strange because I decided at spur of the moment thing. I called Robin, or me and Robin started chatting because Robin and I had spoken over a year ago. Robin, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So, but and then the first time I met you guys was in Kidderminster, and of course I just watched the very latest of the tour updates and all that, you know. So that was all fresh in my mind, and I knew you were going to go to Germany at one stage. So I did have the sort of the minimal of hopes, the minimum of hopes that I might even be able to be of benefit to the tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I never thought it would ever happen. Until it actually did, and it was you know, yeah, it was great.
You certainly were, and one of the things that I put in some of my videos was this. It's called you can run a little faster when the drums are beating behind you, and what that was is like marathon runners have got these samba bands who are on the difficult stage of the marathon, so mile number 18 or 19, and they're there giving it large on the samba jumps, and it just gives the runners a little bit extra, you know, gives them a bit of energy boost, and that's what everyone's doing in the chat room by sharing and cheering us on, cheering people on, and making contributions, and it is awesome. It feels just like that to me when I watch it.
Yeah, and it feels like that when you're there as well, because we always try and convey the messages over to the guys who are handing out the leaflets and interacting. You know, someone's got to hold the camera, and so we try to on, and then you're sort of trying to see who's in the chat and everything. So we do sometimes miss shout outs or particular questions that might be asked, but that's just the nature of the hecticness of it all. You know, you get so caught up in it, you can key your taker out. All you're doing is making sure that you're in picture, sort of thing. That's about it, you know. Yeah, because like you alluded to a minute ago, you know, there's nothing nicer than seeing that little twinkle in someone's eye when you've made that connection with you, sort of on the same page. When you have that experience on the street, it's a fabulous experience. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Sven, what was just curious? What was your finest moment? Would you say? What would you say would that be?
My finest moment, I would say I think the impromptu 15 or 10 or 15 minute or whatever it was, might be less. The 3 Germans that came to Lisbon, because Lisbon was a good spot for us. It was a great day, and we had an amazing day. I mean, it just so. Daniel came with his girlfriend, German girlfriend, and she came with her friend. And then right at the end, we were packing up, ready to go, and then Howard tapped me on the shoulder and said, "We've got 3 guys here, you know, Germans." And it went on the Discord, and it's got it on his channel as well. And it was just, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to be talking German there, not with me fellas. And they started looking skeptical to the end. And to the end of it, they all shook my hand and they were staring at the placards behind me. So, you know, in that 5 or 6 minutes, you can see how they've gone from sort of skepticism to, I must have just found the right words. I don't know. He started paying attention, and you can see it happening.
Yeah, right on the video.
And how beautifully, and you got as a moment that for me captures it best for me. That.
Wow, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. And I haven't seen that, and I can guarantee you that's what I'm watching next. That you said that's on Howard's channel. We'll try and put that in the comments very shortly.
Yeah, Howard definitely filmed it because he put. I put it on.
Yeah,
the Discord. He put it on Discord. So,
Jace,
yes,
you got a comment from Grappling Spirit saying, "Good evening, Global Eye Tour crew. Do you know the exact location for Marseille in France next Saturday?" I guess you don't just yet. But
no, yeah, I mean, lots of people have been asking me about Oslo and Norway and Stockholm, and I've been I'm inundated with messages at the moment. We never know that far ahead. You know, like we always try and
yeah.
Oh, sorry, you okay, guys? You nearly lost your turn off. Did you?
Fine.
Thank you, Kieran Free.
You're watching the whole time. Are we live?
Are we live?
How do you guys know each other?
Don't you start.
Yeah,
go the right way. Hang on. Yes, yeah, straight on. Yeah.
That is a T-shirt waiting to happen, isn't it? How do you guys know each other? see, I tell you how. See, me and Roxanne, we know each other because we
We've done more things together than most married.
Yeah.
Roxanne, you're gonna have
Developed quite a colourful friendship. We've only known each other. Sorry, I'm doing my best.
Have we lost
I'm trying to hear you.
No,
No,
we're
we're
here.
still
We
here.
can hear you
Yeah.
now.
We're here.
Okay.
Are we live?
Are we live?
Yeah. When did you guys meet? Heathrow.
We
You're
met
gonna have
at we met at a
Look,
residential retreat. We met at a residential retreat in Kidderminster. Hit it off like a house on fire.
Yeah, we did,
Shared a bed on a camper. We've had McDonald's. We've done a lot of things already.
yeah, we have.
Relationship,
We've
man.
had a few things already. Yeah, yeah.
All in
yeah. That's a good picture of Roxanne.
all in a month.
Moving. I think the satellite can't keep up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Driving a little bit too fast.
Living on
Dodgy weather.
just plow on and we'll
Are you guys in the van? You're already in Andorra? Are you guys?
Not
No,
not yet.
not yet.
Not yet. We've been trying
Oh,
to
you got
find
four-
gas. Not
Trying to
not
phone
making
Jack.
gas. We've been trying to find gas.
You're trying to find Jack.
Trying to find Jack.
No, we've got Jack. Gas.
Gas.
Oh,
Gas.
Jack.
Gas. Right.
Well, I'd rather have gas than Jack. No, I'm only kidding. I don't know. Well,
No, we've stopped.
yeah,
We've had to stop at a few service stations along the way just to try and. But we're having a problem with the fitting. So yes, it's kind of slowed our
Progress towards Andorra, and it's getting colder as we go up the hill.
yeah. So we definitely need donations for gas because the further north we go,
The more gas we
the
need.
more gas we're going to need because it's going to get chilly.
Oh yes.
Now that Sven's left the van,
We need to keep you guys definitely need to keep you guys warm. Anybody that can help us out, no matter what size the donation is, please hit the links in the chat, hit the links in the description. Anything you can do to help us get to the finish line would be massively appreciated. Like Jason and the gang have said, we wouldn't have got this far without everybody, and we won't get to the finish line without everybody. So we need you all to band together and give whatever you can to get us over the finish line and keep the crew warm. We need you guys warm and safe on the camper van.
Well,
yeah, the creature. Sorry.
That's okay. I've just noticed. Was it Kieran just put a couple of super chats in? So thank you very much, Kieran. And Alex has also put in a donation as well. I've just noticed. So again, Alex, thank you very, very much for that. That will certainly help. Thank you very much.
Alex.
There you go. No, really true for that.
Music Alex.
It's nearly coming to an end. We've got, as you say, we've got Andorra tomorrow. We have Marseille the next day, Saturday, and then we're off to Monaco. Marseille and Monaco, I am so jealous. I really am so jealous. That's going to be. You have to have a little tour around the circuit, like of Monaco and that, and it's.
So the camper on the circuit.
No, I was going to say no. It's not on the tour, but you need to get over to Monte Carlo as well and have a little go around that circuit. You've got to. It's not that far away.
Hey, imagine going on the Nuremberg ring, Sven. Imagine taking that van on the Nuremberg ring in Germany.
Yeah. But it'd be. Oh, we've had.
We went past it, didn't we?
Lost it.
Broke.
No, I tell you what, the farther this goes, the more it resembles a wind tunnel on the inside. So if you are going to drive Nuremberg, be up front. Am I not talking loud enough?
Yeah.
Can I get a message? Can I get a message to Jack, folks?
Can anybody hear us? We can't hear you.
Can I get a
Very
message to
lonely
Jack?
here.
Yeah, there he
Yes,
is.
Jack.
There you
Jack,
go, Jack.
hello, mate. I want to know
We're trying
where
to reconnect, hopefully.
I want to know where you live and what's your favourite beer, because I'm going to send you a crate of beer. when you get home, I'll have a crate of beer waiting for you. So you have to tell me what your favourite beer is.
Yeah, he doesn't drink a lot.
Don't you?
He's a
I'll have to be
lightweight. He's a lightweight. Oh yeah.
A crate of coffee.
wow.
Sorry, yeah.
A crate of
Sorry, my head.
coffee.
Yeah. Coffee, water.
Coffee and water.
God. I tell you what, Robert. Look, whatever you were going to what's it do? What's it
I'm not
say,
very
Jack?
good at sign languages.
Yeah.
We cannot hear you.
It's no entiendes. It's no entiendes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No sé.
No?
Roxanne, when you can hear us, just slam on the brakes and stop for half an hour.
Yeah.
No sé.
I noticed I'm busy watching the chat, and I noticed there was a message from Robert Simmons about Jack the unsung hero. So I thought I'd mention that while Jack was in the frame, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
that have been on the van, I've got great respect for him. He just keeps on going. He fixes the things that need fixing. He sorts the things that needs fixing. He finds us great parking. Jack is he's just awesome. He is awesome.
Yeah, agreed, mate. Agreed.
He
So
was definitely a blessing brought to the van in Amsterdam. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, this guy's done amazing.
So if it's not beer, you have to tell me what else you like, buddy.
I just put that in the critical inception. That's Alex, who put did the last donation. So thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, buddy. Really do appreciate that. And Ricardo says he has just noticed Svengali in the description. Yeah, that's it, Ricardo. That's his new nickname. You can't ever call him Sven ever again. It's Svengali. And they've left us for a little bit. Hopefully they'll be back shortly. We tried to get Howard on, and there's a good chance that Howard will be listening. He's on a coach back to Vendôme at the moment, and he doesn't want to wake everybody up this late at night, so he's staying quiet and he's just listening to you guys, or listen to me at the moment.
On Dave's on 24, he did a farewell clip. So if anybody wants to see him leaving the bus, we got him in the last few minutes just to sort of say how he felt.
You were advisory. There is some hugging involved.
Yeah, and he obviously he was quite emotional because it's been an experience for him too. He was on here for 8 days, which again, like a time warp. But he really was really grateful for the experience.
Jason, highlight Douglas Falk's comment if you can spot it.
I did see that. I'm just about to. Is it that one that you're talking about?
Yeah. So Roxanne's absence from the Dallas convention could well have created a family awakening in Douglas's house. Let's hope so, Douglas.
Yeah.
Let's hope he had a blast.
Yeah, that's fantastic. But I've just noticed as well. I'm just trying to read that. Then that was someone just put a really good size donation. Was it Dr. LA? I just seen.
Yes.
Yes, it was Dr. LA. Yes, there you go. Thank you very much. Cheers, buddy. I've just noticed that in PayPal. Thank you very much for that donation. That certainly goes in the gas tank. Thank you very much. I say gas tank. Was that for gas? I think that is for gas, but we'll see. Yeah, brilliant. So the donations are coming back in, guys. Thank you very much, because we've got, if I get back to the dates, we've got Andorra tomorrow, then Marseille, then Monaco the next day, which will be Sunday the 24th. The guys are then having a travel day to Bern in Switzerland. That's on Tuesday the 26th. And then they're making a huge journey off to Copenhagen, which they'll be having 2 days traveling time then. It'll be 1 day's traveling time and 1 day recuperating somewhere before the next part of the leg of the trip. So I think that's what Jack will probably end up doing. You'll probably end up having I imagine a day back in Amsterdam or something, would you? I'd imagine that might happen. Would that be the case, Jack? Do you think you'd stop there for a little bit, or would just plow on through to Copenhagen?
I think that is no problem for me. I feel the same.
I was kind of thinking that Dave probably does want a day in Amsterdam, doesn't he, Dave?
Well, there are those cheese factories and clog farms.
Yeah,
clog.
Definitely.
And that's still a little out of season right now, but obviously the clogs.
Once you ride some bicycles.
And the Marie Curie or someone, Oh, Anne Frank, that's it. I want to go visit Anne Frank's house.
Anne Frank's, yeah, okay. And maybe some clogs and tulips. Just that.
And a coffee, perhaps. Maybe a coffee.
Maybe a coffee. There you go. Anyway, so after that, I say then we're on the home straight. Then it's the final part of the journey, which is Copenhagen. That's Friday the 29th. A day traveling, and then Sunday the 1st is Oslo, a day off traveling, and then we're off to Stockholm, Helsinki, and then loads of days off, 3 in fact, and then it's the final day, which will be Sunday the 8th in London. We decided we're not going to do Speaker's Corner. Oh, here they are. Here they are. So we decided. Thanks for joining. I'm just finishing off where we're going to be. We are going to finish this tour in Leicester Square. We decided to do Leicester Square because we've been doing all of these cities and countries, and we've been meeting a lot of tourists, and we want to end with the same sort of vibe, the same sort of feeling in a tourist place, where there be lots of languages and that, and less trolls. Because that's what kind of Speaker's Corner is. Like we want to end on a bit more of a happier note rather than a argumentative note. So we feel like Leicester Square might be the place, and it's almost like the place that we started all this activism from. This was the very first spot that we all did as John Smith Global Eye. We started off in Leicester Square, and it's the
first place I went with Harry as well. It's the first place I went with Harry in the centre of London as well.
It is. Yeah. It's a special place for me. When we did this right at the beginning, I knew this is what I want to be doing. I knew this is my place. I think if you know that you now know that you don't live on a spinning ball, you have to find your place in this. Your place it's important. It might be just that you're just going to make t-shirts, or you're going to wear t-shirts and provoke conversations. It might be that you're putting stickers around and that, but you need to find your place, and your place is just as important as my place, as the big channels that they do theirs. Your place it needs to be found. I know mine is out there on the streets doing activism, and Leicester Square it was the very first place that opened my eyes to that. So Leicester Square it is, guys.
Jason, another comment in the chat. Douglas Fawkes says, I have a bucket load of stories from the Dallas event to tell you guys when the bus arrives in Stockholm on the 3rd of December.
And we've got a few more people coming in Stockholm, Douglas. So that's going to be. I'm expecting quite a quite a gathering in Stockholm. I've been getting quite a few messages, so really looking forward to that. And Oslo, and yeah. It seems like there's a lot of people watching it. There's an awful lot of people watching this, and they're not commenting. I tell you yet, but they are watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just looking now. Right. Do you want to give a shout out to everybody in there? Do you want me to? If you do that, what's it, Robin? Because I'm terrible at giving a shout out to everybody.
Yeah, no worries. I'll do my very best. So, Clive Albert, thank you for being here and sharing all the links and everything else. Ricardo Montalvo, thank you very much for being here. Effie Murray, Dot Michael, great to see you here. Kieran Franey, thank you for the donations. And Dr. LA, thank you for the donations. Critical Inception. Is that Alex, by the way, Jason?
Yes, it is.
Alex, thank you for the donation. Thanks for being here too. Amanda Glowless-Denaya, lovely to see you. Douglas Falk. Gary Heather, thanks for being here, Gary. Let's read a few more. Mushroom Gods, thank you for being. Lisa's singing was well impressive. Thanks for that comment. Plague Zero, thanks for being here.
I tell you what, Lisa's singing wasn't impressive. It was outstanding.
Yeah.
Shout out, Lisa.
Yeah.
Go on, Robin.
Plague Zero, thank you for being here. Flat Out Faith, thank you for being here. Ice to See, lovely to see you here. London Ground, you're now going to Hounslow, it seems. I hope you have a great time when you meet everyone there. Let's see who else is here. Robert Simmons.
Oh, hang on. You're going to have to start again. Whatever you just said then.
Robert Simmons, I said. Thanks for being here. Red Eye Jelly.
We lost. No! It's catchy, this losing.
I wasn't listening.
Here he is. He's coming back.
I'm running on this mobile version. Nearly got to the bottom. Emanuela Opperman, thank you very much for being here. Juan Carlos, hope you can join everyone in Amsterdam if they let you guys know where you're going to be. Despina, tell Jason about his contagious whatsits, please. He started to do them. Dagon Morningstar, thank you for tuning in. I think I've said Ice to Tea, and I think I've got to the bottom there, Jace. That's everyone.
Yeah, I think you did.
Nathan, National Memorial Garden. Sorry, I missed him.
Did you do FE Max? I can't remember.
Landvest. Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon. Landvest, I missed you. And I think that is everyone.
Yeah. And what's it? Gary Heather says to Lisa, please sing at the QE 2020.
Brilliant. And Ingrid will see you in Norway, Jason.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. I'm going to have to... apologies for those who are watching on the emails that you've all been sending me. I have seen them. I've just not replied. There's quite... what there really is quite a lot of them. I will reply, and I promise you, I will sort all the dates out and the locations well in advance. I'm on it. I'm on it. I promise.
Brilliant. Do some infographics, buddy. Just post them on your community page.
I've got this Saturday off, so what's it? When I get this Saturday off, I'm on it. It's Sunday. I haven't. For those of you who don't know, let me give a big shout out. Charlotte has got a meetup in, is it Hales Owen, Robin? I think it's Hales Owen.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So she's got a meetup in Hales Owen. So if anyone's close by and wants to go to that meetup, well, I'll see you there because I'll be going to that meetup.
Brilliant.
You know, it's a bit of a drive up there, but I've been promising Charlotte that I'll be going for a long time now, and I've always had an excuse because I went to Speaker's Corner or there was something else on, and so I keep. I feel as though I've been letting Charlotte down so many times, and she came to my meetup. She come all the way down to my meetup,
yes.
So I really appreciate that. So I will definitely be going Sunday. To Charlotte's?
Jason, so
awesome.
Could you do us a favour? Could you give Charlotte a big hug for us?
Yeah.
Because you talk about people helping out the tour. Charlotte's looking after our cat for us.
Yes.
My mother's looking after our dog for us. So there's so many sort of behind the scenes people that are helping out, so that we can be on the tour, and they can't be forgotten either. And
100%.
Yeah.
Charlotte's a legend.
So if you can give her a big hug for us and say thank you, and we'll be in touch as soon as we're off the band.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate that. Also, I wanted to answer there was a question in the chat about DZ if he was sleeping. He very much is, and we very much enjoy when he is, because it gives us a bit of downtime, because he's a very busy boy.
He's a busy boy. And this can be a small camper van.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So he did get time to behind the where the activity was being done today. There was a park, and he even got to play with the little Spanish boy. So he actually got to tire himself out for a change. So yeah, no, he's easy.
Baby.
Sleeping boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a quick shout out to Effie Mex, who was here a long time ago. Sorry, Effie. Sorry, Sasha. And also Martin Leaker and Jude H. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello.
Yay.
Oi, oi, Martin. Oi, oi.
Yeah. Can I share something with you guys that, because you brought up Charlotte's hangout. She invited me last year to come to her hangout and come and speak at her hangout in January of this year. And some stuff happened to me at the end of last year that really robbed me of my confidence. So I actually turned it down because I didn't feel like I had anything to say. And, I think along this journey of working this stuff out, we go through really some challenging times and some real periods of uncertainty. And I just wanted to mark that because, like we're sort of putting out there like, this is no problem at all. But I just want people to know that it is like a roller coaster journey along this way. It's not all, it's not all roses and just, it's going to be easy. So I just wanted to say that because if it's going tough for you at the moment, you can turn it around. You just need to trust in the truth that you are something so special, and that if you're able to kind of work your way through this day, then tomorrow there's another chance for you to, raise your head and speak again.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I keep saying to Roxanne, any sort of like challenges that we all have, and that it's just time. It's just put a little bit of time and and have a plan, have a game plan, and we all get through all our challenges. It's just a little bit of time. That's all we all need.
That's right.
But are you okay there, Roxanne? Sven, you how far away are you from home, Sven?
Do you know what? Don't even ask us that now.
Yeah.
Literally, just in the last 2 minutes, they basically just shut off the motorway. What was it we're on? Is it the M27 into Bournemouth?
Yeah.
They've just closed it. They've
Now
just
we've
closed
ended
it.
up on
There was just a little thing that just went, we've just closed it. So I'll show you what I'm looking at right now. Let me just flip the camera.
Where they're going because everyone's just sort of converged on this roundabout.
Yeah. No one knows what they're doing.
No one knows anything.
We're all following signs that say traffic diverted this way. And look, it's just.
It's like where are you?
Let them concentrate. Yeah, you concentrate, Roxanne.
We're literally. That's how fast we're going. Can you see how fast we're going? It's so fast right now, guys.
We're bending speed and time.
Going nowhere. We're going nowhere fast. We're going nowhere not fast. So, I mean, who's up for another hour on the update?
Yeah.
Because we've got some time to kill.
As well. Let's talk about the weather.
You guys plow on with your evening. We'll just stay here, everyone.
I'm going to go now.
Go on, mate. Okay.
This is marvellous, this.
Well done,
Guys,
well
thank
done, Roxanne. Well done for getting them all there.
You nearly
I'm
know.
gonna aim. I'm going to aim to get home for about 7 a.m. at this rate.
Yeah, we got a bit of time, luckily. Yeah.
Go. Oh, look, is that another lane? No, it's
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well,
Jace, I'm going to shoot now, mate.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us, Robin. I
No
really do
worries.
appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
No
Robin,
worries. See you soon, guys. Safe
Cheers,
journey
everybody.
tomorrow. Safe journey, Jack. Take it easy.
Okay.
All right, there,
And then
guys.
there was
So, how long are you driving again in a minute, Jack? Are you carrying on, or are you for the night, or
Yeah, to get to the main station. Yeah, a little. Yeah, not much.
you're going to do a little? Well done, buddy. But not too much. Don't like you driving all through the night.
No, we don't.
It's cold now.
We've only got. It's only a 2-hour and 40-minute drive anyway from. Am I right?
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
Barcelona and Andorra, so it's not too bad anyway.
Well done. Okay, brilliant. Good. In that case, I'm going to start closing down. Unless any of you got something that you would like to add before we go.
No, just donate. Donate.
Please, if you can.
And
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah, donate. Thank you. And then, but thanks also to Martin and Julie for coming out yesterday. They really, they were troopers. They stuck in there. They found us despite us moving around the city to find a good location. They come down to Benidorm. They brought us a little goodie bag full of stuff and something for Alexander too. And tossed a little bit of coin in the petrol tank as well. So as well as doing some great activism, they really were solid.
Well, actually, she told me they even arranged their holiday either around meeting up in Spain or meeting up in France. So, you know, they really made great efforts to come and be with the tour, and they're on the live as much as they can be. So, yeah, it's nice to have friendly faces and encouraging faces.
Yeah, and they're an amazing couple. We met them. I think was it not like Stoke-on-Trent or Norwich or somewhere like that. We met them somewhere before, and they come out and what's it? Sorry, where was it?
They have made an effort to come out to things that have gone on.
Yeah.
Solid.
So I do apology. Sorry, I don't know if you're talking, Roxanne, but you've broken up. An apology. What's it, Martin?
For their efforts, to love and respect.
Sorry, you broke. I know you broke up. It's okay. So apologies, Martin and Julie, because I should have been on last night. Was it me and Roxanne? But both of us, we both clashed on. We both couldn't do last night, and so apologies, because we would have been talking about you loads last night and we didn't. So apologies, because we were so chuffed that you found the guys and made such an effort to be there. So really, I really do appreciate that you turned up. But hopefully that you can come and meet us in London, Leicester Square. That would be even more amazing. Be great to see us again. And anybody else, if anybody's in England, anywhere, or Ireland, or close by, if you can quickly jump on a plane, it's only an hour away or something, or you can get to us in Leicester Square in London. We definitely want to meet you. We want to see you. We want to finish this tour by shaking everybody's hand and giving everybody hugs. So yeah.
Big time.
Yes,
big
definitely.
Time. Jacob.
Yeah, and we'll keep you apprised of Leicester Square, because me and Roxanne have got a few goodies up our sleeve. We that's all we've been talking about last few days. And yes, guys, we'll fill you in all in it. We just want to get a few more details on that. So we'll speak to you, Dave and Andrea, first. You guys in the chat, you're just not going to get to know about it all. You're going to have to turn up to see it all. This one's it's a good look. That's what you like saying, isn't it, Roxanne? It's a good look.
It's a good look. And shout out everyone in the chat room. I can't see the chat room, neither can Sven. So sorry for our lack of interaction in the chat room this evening. But none of us can see the chat room. So Thank you for everyone's love and support in the chat room. Big hugs to you all. And thank you all for taking the time out to be here with us. I know times, you know, of the essence with a lot of people, and to be here for the live and not have to watch it on a replay can be a massive task for some people. Some people are watching it on their break at work, various different places internationally that people are. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So sorry. Do you know, it's like every time I try and do something today, mate, sorry. If I come any more off the road, I'm like coming off the road, isn't it? Sorry. Second off, innit? Second off. We're just trying to drive along the road. So, shout out to the Adjustment Bureau again. Big love to you all with your hats on, trying to say stuff, and it's just all going pear-shaped. I love you all. I can't remember what I was saying. Love you all.
Well, while you think about that, I wanted to just say another thanks to the guys in the van who were sat there for a memorable 2 weeks. I trust.
Sorry, we're just doing this to try and see your face.
And really hope we meet up. We've got to get together sometime. And
no, for sure it won't be.
Hold on.
Yeah, for sure it won't be. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, can you go on again so they can see you? Hold it closer to your face so they can.
Have you got your sunglasses on?
Got it. There we go.
Live streaming, guys.
Bengali.
There you go.
We've lost them again.
No.
Are you back?
No.
You're breaking up.
Looks like that Freddie Mercury album.
Yeah.
But,
Speaks then.
Oh yeah.
oh, we were talking.
You're not wearing your sunglasses.
Well, he's in England. They don't get sun.
I thought it was his disguise, though.
Oh yeah. Well, now he's not in a foreign country. He feels comfortable enough. Well, we got a break. I don't know if I got to mention this because of the break in the update show, but you remember we had Alex, the music guy, with us the other night, and his pal Mike. They both tossed some coin into the tank, by the way, made a contribution to the petrol fund.
Yes.
So I don't know if that had got mentioned. I just wanted to.
No, it didn't get mentioned, so I'm glad you've reminded me. Thank you very, very much, Alex. Sorry, it was the guy Mike, it was, wasn't it?
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike. Mike's surname escapes me right now.
Oh,
It's Stellium.
Yeah, Stellium 7.
Yeah.
His YouTube. He's the guy who does all that work, great research on the rock formation.
There we go.
Why have one, Sven, when you can have two?
Oh, it's Sven's twin.
Whoa.
9!
That was a bit strange. Sorry about that. We just disappeared suddenly.
Now there's two of you. The fractal universe.
Keep disappearing.
It's the bending of time.
And then I disappeared and you disappeared and then we all disappear together, kind of thing.
Not fair.
It's all a bit spooky because I don't know if anybody's watching this. I haven't got a clue if anyone's hearing this.
I'm gay.
Yep, we can hear you.
He disappeared.
Yeah, Stellium 777. And we got Mike's channels there. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda. There's some good people in the chat and some good contributors. It's nice to have a solid base, you know.
Yeah. We certainly have adopted a great family here, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go. They're back again. There he is. You right there, guys?
Yeah, all right. I think I'll save the speeches for another time because we seem to be disappearing very rapidly and frequently.
Talk faster.
Well, I'll try and talk faster. Yeah, change a habit of a lifetime. So yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, I think Andrea was saying it won't be the last time that we'll meet up. Yeah, and I sincerely hope not. You know, there's been some real gem of moments, you know, so I won't ever forget these 2 weeks. That's one thing that as sure as the earth is not a spinning ball in a total vacuum. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. So see you all soon, hopefully at some stage, and take care and good luck for the rest of your journey. I'll be following it every single day.
Yeah.
So you know,
Thanks,
watch out.
thanks. We'll
Watch out for some evil comments.
We'll send some secret messages your way. But where are your sunglasses?
Oh, where are my sunglasses? In my bag, in my monkey bag.
Yeah, you see, he was always losing them. He was always asking where his sunglasses were. And,
yeah. I didn't get used to my sunglasses until about day 3 or 4. A bit bizarre, but there we go. Those sorts of things you couldn't write. You know.
You'd think in a small van like this, you couldn't lose anything, but
it's very fun.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't just one doesn't just lose one's marbles, you know.
No, I think Jason might find him between marbles when he gets the van back.
Yeah. Well, there is something on the van that is important to me that I have actually lost somewhere, but I'll tell you all about it later.
We're looking forward to that one.
Your virginity.
You popped a cherry.
Cherry.
It's another 5 minutes.
I'll tell you what, guys. You lot in the chat, if you bump up the donations, I'll tell you all about it.
Good one.
You lot. If he's lost on that camper van, what I think it is, and I think I know what it is, Jason.
Roxanne, enough.
I won't say beyond cosmology and juice, right? The tea in this is deep, yeah. So I reckon if someone can flash like 100 quid in the super chat or in the donations, not the super chat, the donations, Jason will spill the tea, man. It's deep. Jason, man, you've got yourself in a right little pickle there, haven't you, sunshine?
What can I say?
Don't listen to her.
Jason, someone in the chat says, have you lost your Watsits?
Watsits.
There's definitely something cheesy in here.
That's because Ben's going to a cheese evening tomorrow night.
I thought perhaps it was one of Adam's socks that got me.
Well, you've told them now.
What I want to know, why does the sign say Bath and Bristol on it, Sven?
Why does the sign say Bath and Bristol on it?
You're going the wrong way, Sven.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I know we're going the wrong way, but that's where the diversion's taking us.
The diversion's taken us this way. This is
not allowed to go the way we want to go.
This is the conundrum we find ourselves.
It just went, no, you're not going Bournemouth. You're going to go to Bournemouth.
It looks like you might not sleep on a full-length bed tonight. It might be the back seat of Roxanne's car.
There you go.
That sounds. And to think the guy landed just this evening. Oh,
yeah, well, look. Yeah. My stuff.
Come unprepared, those men.
Oh yeah, well I'm gonna have to lend you my whatever long johns. Right. I don't know.
This is like National Lampoon trying to take him home. Yeah, well, you're right. But we're on a road that says bathroom about a mile.
No need of sunglasses here. I'll put the sunglasses on now. I may as well be you know, the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. You know, it's not a good look out there. In fact, it looks pretty crummy. I'm just waiting for Godzilla to jump over the road, you know what I mean? And then we've had our
The weather is atrocious, I'm not going to lie. It's atrocious weather.
It is bad. There's, yeah, it's pouring down and it's horrible. And it's just... Anyway, enough about us. How about you?
Back to the
UK. Yeah, you missed it. That was your cue then. Enough about us, but how do you know each other? You missed it.
I should have said it, yeah.
Yeah, you did. You missed it. Yeah, it was your cue then. So yeah, it's a shame, and I hope Howard, you'll be listening, and it'd be great if you. I'm not even sure how, but we need to have a chat, Howard, because I feel like there's a few people that need to be there at the ending, like, and Howard's one of them, like in Leicester Square, right at the end. Like there's a few people that need to be there. Even Dave. Dave is going to be He's going to be in St. Lucius he went to. He needs to come back. He's got to be there at the end. What's he doing? Like
Dave weekend is Dave's weekend. This Dave's the UK this weekend.
Is it? Damn.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I think
he needs to
I'll
postpone
get
it
tomorrow and see.
Yeah, see if he can postpone it. Because we need to have him at the finish line. There's a few people. I mean, Lee, if you're listening, I'll be very disappointed if you're not there. You are in my bad books if you're not there. He lives in London, so he will be there, won't he, Lee?
Jason, in the chat, Critical Inception says, "Can't wait to see you on the street again, Jason of the Disbury family."
Yes.
Yeah, I've got to. Oh God, look. Bear with me on the first day because I'll be rubbish. I'm terrible on my first days. I need to get back into. I need a day and then get back into the swing of things, and then I'm okay again. But my first days are rubbish. They are. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't come back to me what I want to say, and I feel like I end up waffling and not get to the point because, like you, Dave, you bring so much more than what I can. Like what's it bring? Like to a conversation. And when I'm talking to people, the only thing I've got in my mind is, can I lead them to the web address? Like to research more. That's all I've got at the back of my mind. And how quick I can get to that point is how quick I want to leave them and move on to the next person. And then sometimes that doesn't happen. I just end up waffling. And then wonder what did you say that was actually beneficial? So yeah. But with you, Dave, I mean, like, well, you don't waffle. You've got really good. I mean, I could listen to you all day long. Just carry on. You can waffle to me all you want. It's fine.
That's really.
Yeah.
He'll pay you later, Jason. He'll pay you later.
Yeah, I think some people have just got interesting things to say, and some other people like myself. Well, I've got to write my information down and then speak it, and then and if I don't, I can guarantee it. I always look back on the conversations that I have and say, like, why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that? Why did I say this? Why did I bloody well say that? Yeah.
Well,
but it's a bit like a game of chess. You can make so many different moves, and so you don't want to be too critical. And so I do too. There's plenty of times I think I could have gone in a different direction with this, or I allowed the conversation to drift, and I didn't cut in on certain points and so on. And so it's a constant, sort of wanting to improve on or looking to improve on the delivery. I'm glad to hear you say what you just said about me. Only because I kind of get it. I feel to myself like shit. People are going to be so bored of just the same thing. So you do want to mix it up, but it's nice to hear that it's still worth listening.
But we listened to you at the beginning of the tour, Jason, and I think that like you pointed out to certain people, we all just have our own way of doing it, or you have your own way of doing it. So I think everybody brings a different flavor.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because when I first started out with like Harry, I forced myself not to copy Harry because everything I've learned is from Harry, and but I didn't want to be that copycat, that duplicate of what Harry was doing. So I whatever he was saying, I had to do the complete opposite. But I so admired everything, the way he went about it. It just wasn't the way that I would be able to do, because he was very analytical of people, and whereas me, again, I'm on the basic level. I like what Mark Sargent says. Mark Sargent says that he's not on the advanced part of Flat Earth. He's on the very basic, like the first steps of bringing people in. I think that's where I am. I'm on the first. I've still got my place. It's just as important as anybody else that is on the more advanced steps of flat Earth. I'm just on the basic part to bring people in. That's all. You know, I know my place.
Yeah, well, I think it's important that there's people at every part. So, yeah. I think it's just going to be good to see you in the van and on the street and not at home.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait. To be honest, I can't wait for the holiday from work as well. I could do with that. You know, it's been quite tiring. Guys, you're back with us. Can you hear us okay? You all right?
We sure can. Yeah.
Right, we're going to start wrapping it up. I'm going to give a quick shout out to everybody. Oh, there's a lot of people there now. What's it? Shout out to Freeman's, Cryptoverse, Clive, Albert, Effie Mex is here with us. Kieran, thank you very much for joining us. Dr. LA, Londonground, Brian Stavely, Stavely, I should say. Sorry, I will always muller people's names. I apologise. Effie Maori. I can never get my Maori. I am so sorry. I can easily muller people's names. Critical Inception, I believe that's Alex. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And we have Doc Michael is here. Thank you very much for joining us. London Underground, probably said you already. Amanda, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Despina, can't wait to see you again. You did write in there, when is the date? I think I did write it. I might have wrote it. I believe it was the 8th. Let me just double check. It is the 8th of December, and that's Sunday, the 8th of December. If I've got them dates wrong, it's still Sunday. I'm sure it's the 8th of December in Leicester Square. That will be. Kieran, thank you very much for joining us. Emmanuel Opaman, thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Michael, Ricardo, it's always a pleasure to have you with us, Ricardo. Thank you very much for joining us. And we have Robert Simmons. Thank you very much for joining us. Clive Albert. Any sort of live stream we ever do will never be the same if we can't have Clive here. So thank you very much for joining us, Clive. And Stephen Watson. Jude, you always like to see you in here, Jude. Thank you very much for joining us. And we have Gary, Heather. Gary, thank you very much for joining us. Gary owes us a few quid, everyone. I've got to get that out. He says that there's a few notes he couldn't get past, like border control of the bank, because they had flat earth written all over the notes and the bank told him to get lost. So anyway, you're going to have to figure that one out. Was it, Gary? Put them on some sort of machine dispenser.
Fokker owes us money. Fokker must pay that over now, because that's Fokker's thing, all the stamping on.
Was it? He can put them in some sort of machine somewhere and get change, you know, like, and then go back to the bank. There's always a way around that. So
Gary's saying, what?
you can't use that old chestnut, Gary. So we got Plague Zero. Thank you very much for joining us, and we have. Am I getting to the end? Am I nearly there? I think I've said everyone. Have I? Land Vest. Thank you very much for joining us. Am I nearly there? I'm seeing the same name.
Nice comments in the chat about my eloquence. Andrea read a few of those to me, and she put her arm around me, which is a good thing. So she made her love me a little bit more.
And just a couple more people, which was Magic. Thank you very much for joining us, and Vertec. Thank you so very much. Oh God, I nearly missed Coffee Ball. I just seen him. Sorry, Paul, I didn't see you there. And Mighty Atom. Thank you very much for joining us.
Can I just say something quickly as well before I forget?
Oh, go on then.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Go on.
I just want to say, Vertec, if you're listening, I'll be in the Discord later, most definitely, or anybody who is in there, Amanda or whatever, because we wanted to have a quick catch up on a couple of things. So however late I'll be in there at some stage. That's all I wanted to say, because I can't write anything in the chat or anything. So that's it, really. Thanks. Thank you for the stage. Thank you.
Right, guys. Is that it? Is everybody else? Have you all finished?
And another thing.
And furthermore, are we live?
How do you know each other?
How do you know each other? How do we? Is that? But does that say Bournemouth on the sign?
It does.
It
We're going
does,
to go
doesn't it?
that way, whether
Yeah,
they
we'll
tell
go
us or
towards where it
not.
says Bournemouth. Funny, that, isn't it?
Going that way.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Going
you
backwards
two
on
went
our
Reads
to
better
the-
than Bath, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blandford.
Yeah. So there we go. So it's a good night, I guess, almost from here on a rainy, dark, windy English night.
Yes.
It's good night. It's good night from us somewhere in the
Enjoy
middle of
your sleep.
And it's good night from me. And it's good
And
night.
it's
Yeah,
good night.
nice.
Cheers, guys. I'm going to play to end that video
Yeah.
that we started with. Who was it again? Please, Dave, Andrea. The
Her
people
name,
in Aston?
it's oh, I'm so sorry. I can't
No,
remember.
that's yeah. I'm
Okay.
exactly the same. Keep doing that.
It's not an English name, you see, so it threw me totally.
Yeah, they were just they were kind
They
of
were so-
friends with
so cute.
Howard,
Yeah.
local to Barcelona.
Jack.
But,
Yeah,
guys,
they only did it's only a 1 minute and a half, but I still feel as though that we need to end on that because it was spectacular. And Lisa, you let me down. You're meant to be dancing with them. Could you not?
No poll.
No.
Ben, you'll like this. You'll like this video clip. It's really good. Howard pulled it off at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Lisa, if you want, on the way up to Leicester Square, you want me to nip into your house and grab your pole and go and get off the camper van?
All right, it's video
No,
on
no.
day.
Has the correct ceiling height. I think somewhere near Leicester Square you probably find a pole.
More than likely. Yeah, I can tell you which street it is.
Yeah. I don't think you have a problem.
Right, guys. Again,
I'll just go next door because he's from
Bye,
Poland.
Ben. Enjoy your sleep.
See you later, guys. Take care. Safe
Bye.
journeys.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.
See you soon.
Thanks for everything,
Bye.
guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Night.
Bye.
Yo, when you see something ill, you know what I mean? That shit is woke. Anything ill you see, nigga have a big 6-7 car, that's woke, okay? Especially if you got the fully equipped kid on it, it's woke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I had this bad bitch in town, she was woke. Had me fucked up in the head, I mean, bought the big diamonds and pearls, I mean, should've seen them shit shining on the wrist. Now money ain't a problem, see my dough is like, got my bankroll on y'all niggas like, lost the bitch with 210 like, faggot wanna beat my blueprints, I'm like, had to hit the brakes on y'all niggas like, niggas getting both on my block like, coming home within a half an hour like, front like they had the manpower like, more or less. More so, I risk it so I live the fast life. Come through in the floor slow like my niggas, like nitro, nice flow. East Spain for cocaine like now I'm Doc Strange in the range like 100 miles an hour switching lanes like plus I'm getting brains from this chick like fingernail nigga asshole like team floors bitches and bitches like 9-9 jag big group like keep them cheese lines on the blocks like grenade through your window bitch like love to see me do this